You've likely seen wild animals attacking people, but our story today is quite the opposite. The story begins in a zoo where some poachers sneaked in and stole a lion cub. The cub was caged and taken away on an airplane. We then see Alma, a 25-year-old girl who aspires to be a pianist and loves animals. One day she was traveling to an island in Ireland. This island actually belonged to her grandfather. He had adopted her many years ago, and now, after his death, Alma has inherited the island. Uncle Joe welcomed her to the island where there was a beautiful house. She decided to spend the night on the island. Watching a video of her grandfather at night, Alma was moved. In the video, her grandfather explained that a female wolf named Snow had come to Silsboro from nowhere a few years ago, and over time they became close friends. His grandfather told Alma to find Snow and befriend her. The night the lion cub's plane crashed on the same island due to extremely bad weather. Alma was frightened by the crash and went out to look, but the island was very large, so she found nothing. The next morning, Charles and two young men from Ellenham arrived. They laid a trap to capture Snow. Actually, they were the masters of the wolves across the river and wanted to capture Snow for them. After some time, Snow got trapped in the trap, but with her intelligence, she escaped by cutting the net before Charles and Eli could reach her. She then ran to the other side of the island where she met Alma. At first, Alma was nervous, but then she remembered her grandfather's words and started to help Snow. After some time, Alma reached the place of the plane crash. Luckily, the lion cub was not hurt. It had fallen into a bird's nest, but the bird pushed it down, and it landed directly in Alma's lap. Alma brought it home from the viewpoint. At the same time, Snow also returned home with her little baby. Alma was very happy to see 3 cute animals in the house. She immediately called Uncle Joe, but he did not let Alma go. She told her that it wasn't right to keep these dangerous animals at home. She should give them to the zoo. Uncle also told her that the zoo staff would definitely come looking for the lion cub, and that's exactly what happened. The next day, animal control arrived. She knew how cruel they were, so she decided not to tell them anything about the animals. She lied and said she hadn't seen any lion cubs. Returning home, she saw Snow feeding the lion cub along with her own. She was overjoyed because Snow was now taking care of both cubs. As the days passed, their friendship grew. Alma named the wolf cub Jack and the lion cub Dreamer. Uncle was worried that the wild animals might harm Alma, but a few months passed and now the 2 cubs were a little older. Alma took them on trips to the island and played with them at her grandfather's favorite places. Unfortunately, one day, when Alma was on her way to a piano audition, the wolves sneaked onto the park island from behind. This time, they captured Snow and took her with them. Alma was also selected, and she was overjoyed. But when she returned home, she was shocked to find everything in her house scattered, as the 2 children were distressed by hunger. The Allmans searched the entire island to find Snow, but Snow was nowhere to be found. Now, she had to reluctantly give up her pianist job. One day, Uncle Joe returned, and seeing the ferocious animals still there, became enraged. He asked Alma to send the animals to the zoo right away, but Alma explained that it was her grandfather's wish to live with the animals, and then she could see how much cruelty these innocent animals would face. Joe went and hugged Alma. Now, all her time was spent feeding the animals and taking full care of them. Alma loved Jack and Dreamer very much, and in return, the animals cried out for her. A year passed, and now both animals had grown up. Uncle Joe brought them meat from the city. He tried to stop Jack, but was afraid to go near them. He again explained to Alma that staying with them was not without danger, but Alma was not ready to leave him at any cost. One day, a man and daughter came near the island in a boat. Seeing them, Jack started going towards them. As soon as Alma saw all this, she ran to stop Jack, but she collided with a stone and fell down, and due to the injury on her head, she fainted at that very moment. The man and daughter could not see all this and went back to the boat. Within a short time, Jack and Dreamer came to Alma and tried a lot to lift her. They tried to stop Alma, but it was to no avail. They cried out for help for hours, but no one came. Soon it was night, and the 2 animals settled down to Alma. They stayed up all night, keeping Alma warm. The next morning, Joe called Alma several times, but when he got no response, he realized something was wrong. They immediately rushed to the island. They thought Alma might have been attacked by some wild animals, so they called animal control. When they found Alma unconscious and saw the animals protecting her, they regretted their actions. Later, when Alma was taken to the hospital, the doctor told them that if Jack and Dreamer hadn't kept her warm, she might not have been alive. Meanwhile, the animal control people rescued Jack and handed him over to Charles. They realized that Jag was Snow's child. Dreamer was sold to a man named Alan who ran a zoo. Alan was a very cruel man who often pitied his animals, but unlike his son, Rafa, was very soft-hearted. He soon befriended Dreamer and she was relieved, but within a few days, poor Dreamer was drugged and forced to perform tricks in the circus. Dreamer had always enjoyed her life on the island, but these Biram people had a very bad effect on her, so Rafa often visited her to calm her down. At the hospital, as soon as Alma regained consciousness, she asked about Jack and Dreamer. Uncle Joe told her the truth with a heavy heart. As soon as Alma came out of the hospital, she went straight to the animal control office and found out that Jack had been sent to a wolf park and Dreamer had been given to a circus group. Hearing this, she became furious and started yelling at the officer, but Uncle Joe calmed her down. After some time, Alma called Allie and asked about Jack. Ellen told her that Jack was very happy and had made some friends there. This gave Alma some solace, but she was still very worried about Dreamer. For the next few weeks, she went to every circus in the city and inquired about Dreamer, but she could not find anything. Soon, Star. He became famous as the Lion. One day, Dreamer's circus group was passing by the wolf park and Jack immediately recognized his childhood friend. His intelligence helped him escape from the cage. When Eli saw this, he realized that Jack was very intelligent and had definitely found what he was looking for. He cleverly freed Dreamer from the cage as well. Meeting each other after so many months, the two played together. When Jabalin learned of Dreamer's escape, he angrily pulled out a tranquilizer gun. His son, Rafa, tried to stop him, but Lalkai Allen ignored him. Rafa also went with Ellen to find Dreamer. Ellen also told Ellen about Dreamer. Now they understood that Jack and Dreamer were together, which is why a high alert was issued throughout the city. He explained everything and said that animal control was after the two animals. Hearing this, Alma panicked, but Allie told him that they had fitted a cracker in Jack's body. Jack and Dreamer's last location was near a forest. Now, Alma, Ali, and Alma decided to search for the animals together. The two animals were roaming freely in the city, so the police ordered a shootout. Later, the two animals returned to the forest, where Alan and Rafa spotted them. Lalki Allen attacked Dreamer with his tranquilizer, but at that moment Jack intervened and fell victim to the bullet instead of his friend, falling unconscious instantly. Dreamer got a chance to escape. After he escaped, Rafa immediately removed his jacket and gave him medicine to counter the effects of the tranquilizer. A short time later, the father and son arrived at a bar, and Ali and Alma also reached them via tractor. Alan told them that he didn't have a tractor or anything else and sent them out. But the smart Rafa, pretending to need the bathroom, told Ali and Alma the truth. He led them into the forest, where they finally found Dreamer. Dreamer then took them to a hut where Jack was resting. Luckily, he regained consciousness just in time, but then they suspected the police were coming. Alma led the two animals through a secret route. To reach the island, they only had to cross a river. This was the only way to escape the police, but there were no boats, so everyone had to swim. Dreamer immediately started swimming in the river, but Dreamer was afraid of water. Alma tried to encourage him, but Dreamer turned back towards the forest. As Jack and Alma turned away, they heard gunfire. This meant that Dream was no longer in this world. Upon reaching the island, Alma burst into tears, but Dreamer suddenly appeared before her. He had actually gone into the forest to provoke the police. Seeing him alive, everyone rejoiced. Finally, Alma played the piano at the party to celebrate Jack and Dreamer's return. Now, their family was complete. Finally, Alma told everyone the story of her beloved animals, which filled everyone's hearts. The three of them started living happily together again. If you enjoy what we do here, please like the video and subscribe to this channel to keep us motivated. See you on the next video.